Real good boys know that they have to be good to the planet, which is why we drink Fiji Water. Since 2022, Fiji Water's 330 milliliter and 500 milliliter bottles have been produced with 100% recycled plastic.
That's hot.
You know what's even hotter? The aquifer Fiji Water originates from is a sustainable source and will continue to replenish as the rain and water cycles persist in the islands of Fiji.
You're right. That is hotter.
Visit your local retailer to pick up some Fiji Water today and give yourself a Good Boy Gold Star for helping protect our planet. After all, Fiji Water is Earth's finest water.
Good boys.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to Good Boys.
Good Boys. Episode 3?
Good Boys, episode 3, the podcast for boys that are good and trans.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully there's some cis ones out there listening and learning a thing or two, huh?
Totally. That's so true. I didn't
One
even think
could
about that. One could hope. Or girls. I would love girls to listen,
Yeah.
you know?
I would love girls.
I would love I would love girls to listen and judge us and love us.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Be
love
mean
girls
to
love
us.
us. Yeah. Just that 10%, 10 to 15%. Not too mean. It stresses me out.
Yeah,
you know?
I get that. I could go to 20.
Yeah. Somehow that doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
Well,
okay. What are we talking about here?
well, I'm curious if you been good or bad this week?
Yeah, gosh. I feel like I've had a mixed boy week. Can we use that? A mixed boy week. You know, I've been sober 18 months or 19 months.
Impressive.
Thank you. But then I was challenging myself on what is sober? What does it mean?
Well, that's what I was going to ask,
you
because
know?
you're sober in some things but not in others.
I guess. Like, I don't drink. Alcohol's just the devil for me. So I don't drink, but I started doing like micro doses of mushrooms and little gummies.
Yeah.
And I did that this week. And I don't know if that makes me a good boy or a bad boy, but that's me. Do you drink?
I historically, yes. I'm 2 weeks sober from alcohol.
Congrats.
Thank you. Not like necessarily intentionally, but I go through waves. I think I went 6 or 8 months sober up until like a couple months ago, and it's not sobriety and that, like, listen, I'm not an alcoholic, but I also think that like alcohol is a poison and it makes my life harder than it needs to be. Like, I think the bad outweighs the good, but I didn't want to limit myself for Pride Month, so I let myself drink, but as soon as Pride Month ended, I'm 2 weeks sober from alcohol.
How long are you gonna do it for, do you think? Or you don't have a limit?
I don't have a limit. It's hard with comedy because like I like to have like a can or a bottle of beer in my hand,
Totally.
like when I'm getting ready to go up, because I still have performance anxiety and it's a crutch. But like not to get wasted, but like a singular beer. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna like let it flow. I'm not gonna like try to like strictly limit myself or anything. It's also a money thing.
Totally. I have this app that tells me basically like it tracks how long I haven't drank for, and then it also like estimates the money that I've saved.
Yeah, I have that app now because of you.
Right, but like I think it's like 20 grand.
Yeah.
Or something. I mean, it's insane. I mean, maybe that's over the top. I don't know, but like 18 months of no cocktails in New York City, no, you know, it's kind of crazy.
That's like one weekend.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I joined this I'm in this like bro founders group. You don't have to be a bro, but it's majority bro in all versions of what bro is. And they created this like beautiful, to be honest, it was like it's like the closest thing I've seen to AA, but in truly virtual sense. And it's like this really small group. Everyone's really, really honest. And they were talking about this exact thing of how, you know, sobriety means such different things to different people.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and I have such an addictive, I was very like interested in what this other guy was saying, because I have such an addictive personality. I feel like if I'm not drinking loads, then I'm, you know, jacking off loads or you know, working loads or exercising loads. Like there has to be something in my life that I'm just like obsessive over. So right now I feel like they're more healthy things, in air quotes. But when I mentioned, I was like, oh, I did a bit of microdosing, but in my mind it's in a different camp, it's not alcohol. And someone was like, dude, if you're addictive, like don't be getting into anything that like creates this like difference of, it like pulls you out
an
of your
alternate.
Totally. It like pulls you out of your own body and creates a like very disconnected like sense of self, you know.
Mm-hmm. Do you get addicted to good things? Is that what you were like with your addictive, like, will you get addicted to like eating healthy and addicted to working out and addicted to healthy communication, or is it only vices, do you
That
think?
last one's good.
Well,
That's what I mean. It can be either.
yeah.
So I feel like I'm in a good place in my life if I'm addicted to something that is perceived to be a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been addicted to showers. I've been in a stage in my life where I've just had 5 showers a day, and I've just been like in an addictive loop of doing that. So I just feel like that I have something in me that just creates this like addictive type of thing.
I have a very addictive personality as well.
You do?
Mm-hmm. I've been addicted to many things.
What have you been addicted to?
I like to, I usually use the word abused instead of addicted, but cocaine in college in kind of a way that was like very financially costly. I went to a college where it was like in a nothing small town upstate New York, and the only thing to do there was quite literally cocaine. And so that was happening a lot for all 4 years and a little bit after. And I think I would comfortably say I'm currently addicted to weed.
Okay.
Which I know that there's a lot of discourse of like whether or not you can or cannot be, but like me personally, like I have a dependence on marijuana.
Right.
And that's actually like I think that this week I was a bad boy, because in this sobriety I'm like, okay, I'm 2 weeks sober from alcohol. I kind of do this thing with myself, and I always let myself down where I'm like, okay, when you run out of weed, just don't buy more.
Right.
And then
if it's not there, then you can't smoke it and whatever. Right.
And then yesterday I bought more weed.
Okay.
So it's kind of one of those things of like, I don't know, should I not set myself up for failure there? Like, it's okay to smoke weed. I'm not smoking it before I go into work. I'm not smoking, you know what I mean? Like, It's when I get home at 10 p.m. and I'm sitting in front of the TV kind of thing.
Right.
So I try not to get down on myself about it, but it's also like, why wasn't I able to just not buy weed?
Totally. But some people might say that that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference between that and, I go to the gym every morning, so it makes me feel really good. I don't know. Like, some people say that weed's good for you. What makes it in your mind feel like an addiction or a dependence because you can't not do it?
Because I cannot. Because I say don't buy it, then I buy it.
Do you think that like we shouldn't have things in our life that we can't not do? What about sex? What about
Totally. No, I think it's just like I'd like a little bit more willpower.
Totally. Yeah, I hear that.
It's not that I have a full list of addictions. I would definitely, you said jacking off, that was the thing for me as well. Sex, no. You can even say like serial monogamous. Like I date a lot. Like I like whatever. Like that could even be an addiction. I'm definitely like I don't know. Like I'm like, what's the difference between an addiction and a habit? And what's the difference between like an addiction and a comfort? Like if I think of like comfort, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I feel you. There's like comforting like behaviors, there's addictive stuff, there's habit, there's healthy routine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
because I gnaw at my fingernails, and that was also something that I was like 8 months sober for. I actually used the app you recommended me to track sobriety, quote unquote, from biting my nails and my cuticles.
Oh, cool.
And it went for so long, and then when I got doxxed, thank you, libs of TikTok, I had such a panic attack that's what it was. Like, it's rooted to my anxiety.
Right.
And I started doing it again, and I haven't been able to kick it, and it kills me because I have been doing it since the 2nd grade. I got 8 months sober, which is the longest I've ever gone, and then something horrible happens to me, and it's a defense mechanism. It's a whatever you call it. It's a coping mechanism, is what it is.
Right.
And I haven't been able to kick it, so that's like next on my list to try to figure out.
I mean, I know I said this to you in my life, but firstly, I'm so sorry about your getting doxxed. That fucking sucks.
It does suck.
It fucking sucks. And it feels like a reasonable thing to create a relapse in air quotes, right?
Yeah.
The good news is you did it for 8 months, which means you can do it for another 8 months. You know,
it tells me that I can do it.
Yeah.
Which is not something I ever thought was possible previously.
Totally.
Which was good. I would say to you, like, I know you're feeling like a mixed boy. I think you've been a good boy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I think there's even something good to just about like being able to like reflect and be like, this is what these are what been my habits been this week.
Right.
And a lot of people don't even recognize that. So I'm going to deem you a good boy.
I appreciate that. And maybe we just stroke each other, but I think you've been a good
We what?
I think
Hold
we
on.
should stroke each other here. But you're.
Is that a Britishism?
Is it not? Is it?
I'm thinking something else.
Totally, and it's in the same vein, but it's not sexual. It's like it's like let me
stroke each other's egos. Right. I think you need to complete that.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Stroke each
Stroke
other's.
to completion.
Well, no, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna stroke you as a friend and say, listen, you're being hard on yourself. You know, you're doing great work.
Thank you.
You're doing great work, and a bit of weed before bed. You're not killing anyone. You know.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's it.
And that was
our week.
Good boys, good boy, bad boy.
Good boy, bad boy.
No,
that wasn't. That was
how we, and that's how we've been. Okay, and that's how we've been good boys this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
should we move on to Good Boys in the News?
Yes.
This is my favorite segment, by the way. It's quickly become my favorite segment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it because you like being judgmental?
Yes, it's because I want to be. It's because it's a binary outcome of good or bad. There is no nuance in between. No, I'm kidding.
Can you believe that we've come up with something so incredibly binary?
I can't. I sort of regret it.
No,
we should have like, what should they be instead?
Human boy.
Just human. Just everyone's a human, and we just spin it around.
Okay.
You know. Okay. Let's get into the good boys in the news or bad boys. Good boys in the news. I'll go first. Okay. Here's the first headline. Daughter of Cameroon's president hopes to help the country's gays by coming out.
Okay, I have a thought.
Go.
I think the daughter, very good boy. That's a really noble thing to do. That's really cool. Whoever wrote that headline, gays? I thought we weren't allowed to say that.
That's literally
help
what I was
the gays?
Thinking. Help the gays. I mean, I don't mind being the gays. I
just really thought it was something that we weren't like pluralizing.
I think so. I think it's generally perceived as maybe we should switch this to bad boys. It is generally perceived as an insulting way to address the community, I think.
Unless the person who wrote the headline is gay. And then I think it's okay.
100%.
Helps the gays. That's so funny to me. Yeah.
Well, good, but amazing.
Yeah.
Really great.
Self-sacrifice, a really cool thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. If everyone around the world was safe enough to come out and we all could just come out to each other, wouldn't it be beautiful? All the gays together.
All the gays. Next headline. JoJo Siwa gets docuseries about her life from Dance Mom's creator.
I'm going to go bad boy to this. I'm going to go bad boy. I've had enough.
I've had enough as well.
I've had enough. I don't really watch Dance Moms, but even not watching it, I've just had enough of the whole situation.
Yeah.
You know? JoJo's doing her thing. Their thing?
Her thing.
Her thing. Okay, JoJo's doing her thing.
For now.
Oh, sure.
I don't know.
She her?
Yeah.
Great. She's doing her thing, but I've had enough, so I'm going to go bad boy. Just stop.
I'm going to go bad boy, but I'm going to offer a little bit of a different perspective.
Great.
Fuck the Dance Moms producers. They were like allowing child abuse.
Is that right? I didn't even know that.
Oh my God. Like these young girls were exploited and screamed at by that psychopath,
right?
Abby Lee Miller. And like they're completely traumatized. That's like why JoJo is the way she is now, because she was like not taken care of in a correct way, in my humble opinion. And so I think it's interesting she'd want to work with them again, because when I think of a set like that, it's a bunch of grown people around like watching a grown woman yell at a little kid, and they're like, wait, actually, can we do that again? Like, I'm like, come on. And so I think bad boys all around. I hope it's a positive experience for her. I wish nothing but the best for her, but I'd like to see less of it.
I hear that. To be honest, any intense thing for a child, we shouldn't be looking at, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah. Okay. Good. Bad boys.
I love it when we agree.
Okay, next up. I don't think we're going to agree here. Group of nudists rescues family stuck at sea in sailing competition. Let me go again. I don't think we're going to agree here. Next headline. I don't think we're going to agree here. Group of nudists rescues family stuck at sea in sailing competition.
What? You thought I was... Oh.
Wait. Yeah, good.
You thought I was going to think they were bad?
I don't know. Naked people running around. How do you feel about that?
I love it. I think everybody should be naked all the time.
I feel really excited about it because I'm like, any group of nudists rescue me from anything.
Yeah.
Rescue me from fucking Trader Joe's. I don't care. I want to see you come get me.
Yeah.
You know?
What's is there a lot of nudist beaches in the in the K of U?
In the K of U? In the what?
In the UK.
Oh. I have never been to a nudist beach in the UK. UK specifically, no way. If anything, there's like beaches where people wear more clothes.
Yeah.
They're like so fucking conservative. Wait, I'm getting a redaction. Go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna upfront right now say that I was incorrect. I've just been corrected by our producer. There isn't one singular nudist beach in the UK called Treen, and you have to hike down a mountain. You have to hike down a cliff to get there, and apparently it's serene and wonderful. Here's the thing: when I was in the UK, I was so far from being comfortable naked. That is my experience. I'm not sure about it, but I will say in Europe, naked beaches everywhere.
Well, that's what I know that to be true.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful. And in the US?
You know, I don't know that much, but of course there's like Jacob Rees Beach where there's like you're allowed to be topless in a section, but they're trying to make that impossible and trying to take away that section of the beach anyway.
Who's they?
Like I think like the people, I think it's the residents and then some of the local government. Like there's like this like abandoned building behind that section and they're trying to turn it into a children's park. So of course it's going to make it seem like trans and queer people are like endangering, like it's all this like strategic stuff.
Oh, God.
But yeah, they're trying to make it like a landmark, like a historical landmark to protect it because of its significance to the queer community. But that was my only experience. In last summer when I still had my boobs, I was topless for the first time. And while it felt liberating, I was like, oh my God, like my fucking jugs are out. Everyone's fucking looking.
I think that's so brave of you.
Yeah.
Before top surgery, I just could not.
I know.
I just couldn't have done that. Like my breast tissue or the skin where my breasts were have only seen sunlight since top surgery. For sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. Yeah. Nudists.
Nudist.
I would love a nudist person coming to save me. Just like balls swinging.
I imagined it as beautiful breasts.
Of course you're so excited about it then.
Exactly.
I immediately went to balls.
Interesting. Okay.
I wonder what that means about me.
I mean, you want to be saved by some balls?
If I'm like drowning somewhere, balls, boobs, whatever.
Just any, yeah. Any and all.
Yeah.
Any and all.
Both totally valid flotation devices. Okay.
Okay, next up, it's you, right?
It's me. This next headline is really hard for me to say with my speech impediment.
Go.
Dwayne Wade reveals, I did it, he's considering starting a nail care line. That entire headline for my speech impediment, like it's a miracle that I should call my old speech therapist and say that I said that sentence.
You did a fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
Okay, this is going to be a shot, but I'm going to go bad boy.
Yeah?
And that's really hard for me because, by the way, Dwayne Wade, I mean...
You love.
I'm obsessed. Everything about him, everything about his family, everybody. Shout out Gabrielle. She's perfect. Everyone. So, and I love everything that he does and stands for the trans community, yes. But the nail thing, I don't know.
I'm just like, don't we have enough?
And then, yeah, right? I think so.
Yeah.
Like Harry Styles launched that nail company and I was sort of just like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
I think that it comes to a point where like every big celebrity like needs a beauty line.
Yeah.
And so like that kind of just happens. Like people just kind of do that. I don't know. Like the under eye patches I wear are like Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Saw that.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? They have these like incubators around each celebrity and they sit down and they're like, what would this celebrity, like what can we match to this celebrity that like would work? That's what I think is bad boy about this Dwayne Wade thing, because is that really what he is focused on in his day-to-day life? If I think about like his passion and is it truly nails? And if it is, I'm so sorry, I hold my hands up.
Yeah.
Fine. But my gut tells me that he's more passionate about other things. You know.
Maybe the Dwayne Wade
good job.
Thank you. Nail care line will be what helps me with my nails.
You know what? You never know.
If he introduces some kind of, because you know I've tried the bitter nail polish stuff.
Oh yeah. What is that? You just chew
then
it
I
off?
just eat it and then it's just in my mouth. It's disgusting. You know, can I tell you a really quick story?
Yeah, go.
In grad school I had my very first girlfriend and I was wearing the bitter nail polish or whatever and we were hooking up one time and I put my fingers in her mouth.
Oh my God.
And she was like,
and she died.
She's like spitting it out. It was like the least sexy thing I've ever done, I think.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be an advert for something, but I don't know what side of the coin
for
it
not.
should be in
Yeah.
it. I don't know what it's for.
Yeah.
But
it's just like a PSA. Don't do this.
anything. Yeah. You know who should own a? I've just realized who should own a nail care line is Shaq. That's
Tell
it.
me
Just
why?
full stop. Because
He's passionate about
he's
nails.
passionate about it. He talks about it a lot in interview. He talks about how like his feet are so gross. So that, I mean, his words not mine. His words not mine. He says his feet are so gross that like he goes to the salon and he gets them to like. What is happening?
Salon. I love it.
What?
It's perfect.
What
You're
did you say?
amazing. Salon.
Salon.
Yeah.
Okay. Salon. Okay, so he goes to the salon and he gets them to paint his nails in bright, beautiful colors because he says that it makes him feel like they're less gross.
Yeah.
And he's done that for a lot. That's what he has done. I feel like he has a passion around it. He talks about it. That should have been Shaq.
Can I tell you what that is?
Tell me.
Gender affirming care.
That is gender affirming care.
Makes him feel less gross. Makes him feel good about himself.
Totally.
Just saying.
He said he also tips hard because his feet are so great. I mean, all about it's great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Tip hard anyway, but
yeah.
especially.
I like tip hard.
Tip hard.
I've never heard of that.
I think I made it up.
I like it.
Thank you.
Tip hard. Okay.
Tip hard. Okay, up next is Pope Francis. Pope Francis is accused of using a homophobic slur again.
Yeah.
Okay, I put good boy. Here's why. At this point, is he not just a part of this community? I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, have you seen any of my girlfriend's videos?
He's obviously a bad boy. Okay,
Yeah.
don't like fuck off, Pope. Fuck off.
Yeah.
But it's getting hilarious. No,
It is getting hilarious.
and I have seen your girlfriend's videos. They are hilarious.
Yeah. I'm like,
It's
I mean, I
fantastic.
guess truly, just say he's a little gay,
Right.
and then he can say whatever.
And then
he
he can
wants.
say whatever he wants. Yeah. But I just assume he is at this point because why would you be so obsessive?
I assume
About it.
any man in a robe is gay, and especially any man in the Catholic Church.
Right.
And I say that growing up, I'm Catholic, so I'm
So
allowed
you
to
can
say
say it.
that.
Okay, cool.
Anyone's allowed to say that.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
would-
know why you keep saying it. I think it's
Yeah.
going to be a monthly occurrence.
Yeah. I say like bad boy, but good boy because it's so funny.
It's so
And it's
funny.
like really good material, and it's good.
And I know we should be offended, but I don't even feel offended.
I'm not in-
It's just hilarious. Every
Yeah.
time I read it, I'm like, this is so funny.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of is I don't know if you remember this. Matt Damon talked on like the Armchair Expert podcast with Dax Shepard about how he was like, "Oh yeah, like my daughter had to teach me not to say the F slur like recently,
Whoa.
and like that's what got him to stop saying the F slur."
Oh my God.
And a lot of people were like, blah blah blah, and I'm like, did you think Matt Damon wasn't walking around saying the F? Like, of course he's saying the F slur. Like, I don't know. He's like,
Really?
have you ever heard him speak?
I mean, I'm shocked by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine any straight person truly, especially someone in the spotlight, truly saying this word.
They do it all the
In
time.
their
Into
day-to-day life?
microphones, on camera. Yeah. I think
mean,
so. I don't know.
fuck.
I'm just like, I'm not surprised by this. I'm also like, I don't know. Like, it's not my slur. So I'm also like, I
Right.
can't, I don't want to say I'm not offended, but I'm just like, oh, sure. Okay. Matt Damon saying the F, like,
Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, let the Pope say fagotoni or whatever he's saying. I don't know.
It's not a pasta. Is that
It's-
right? We got to, what is that word?
We
Someone
need a
gotta tell us.
producer. I thought it was fagotoni, but I think that is what I've been saying at home, and it's not right. Oh yeah.
We're getting a check. Please hold. But I like
Fagotoni.
But I like fagatoni. I like it.
Just
Go
What is it?
again. Frocio.
But I don't think that's what he's saying. Faggotness.
Oh,
Like that's what it translates to. What?
that's incorrect. Can we look up the headline? Can we look up the headline? Just
I
say what
thought-
did the Pope say?
yeah.
It's like it's
Fagocine.
very
Alfredo. I can do the accent. I'm Italian.
Oh my God. And did you know I learned Italian for many, many years because my girlfriend was Italian?
Really?
Yeah. Can you speak?
No.
Okay.
I took French.
I just can't speak at all.
No.
um,
Yeah. No.
I
Clearly.
can't speak.
Yeah. I took French,
Okay.
but je suis très mal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
No.
terrible at French. My current girlfriend is fluent in French. My ex-girlfriend is fluent in Italian, and I'm just out here just trying to fucking speak English. You know what I mean? Yes. That's it.
That's what I
No,
was
go
saying.
again. Frucciatini.
Fraggioggine.
What?
Fraggioggine. Frociaggine. Frociaggine.
Fraggiatini.
It's not chini.
Listen. Fraggiatini. Can someone...
It's not chini.
Why? Sounds like... Yeah, it's...
Fragogine.
Can someone... Okay, someone correct us. Someone send in a video of saying this,
Oh,
please.
yeah.
Please. We don't know what we're doing.
To our Italian listeners.
Yeah. I'll ask my ex-girlfriend. She'll help us out.
Do you still talk?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh.
Is that weird?
No, I talk to ex-girlfriends.
Yeah. She's really cool.
Okay, Good Boys in the news. You know, I'm trying not to watch too much news. I'm watching other things these days because the news is sad and scary.
This makes sense.
Yeah. What are you watching?
What am I watching? Here's what I'm watching. Presumed Innocent.
Okay.
Apple TV. Ruth Negga. She's amazing. She's this amazing Irish actress doing an American accent, but
Okay.
Irish. With our boy.
What has she been
Jake
in? Do I know
Gyllenhaal.
her?
Yeah, she's been in Good Grief.
Yes.
Directorial debut of Dan
Levy.
Dan Levy.
Yeah.
And she was unbelievable in that.
Okay, can I tell you something?
Tell me.
I was on the phone with my mom last night. She told me she's watching this. She thinks she's like Jake Gyllenhaal is horrible in it. She
I
says
hope
she
you heard
doesn't.
that.
She's like, I don't believe anything,
That is so
any of his
interesting.
faces. Like I just don't believe. And then I told her that like a lot of younger people don't like him because of the Taylor Swift thing. I was
Right.
like trying to validate her of like it's okay, people don't like him, but I don't know. He's doing a good job.
You know what?
I trust you're an actor. So.
Yeah, I think he is doing a good job. Also, listen, the writing's good, the producing's good, the director's good. It's a beautifully done show, and of course it is because Apple TV and they have all the money in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the story, and you know what? He's doing a good enough job that it's not like I have not been taken out of the thing by any bad acting.
Okay.
So
Okay, cool.
That's
And
how I
that
feel about
happens to you. So
That happens to me so fucking often. To be honest
Yeah.
with you. But it's amazing. I would absolutely recommend it. Shout out Ruth Negga. She's my now, I guess. I'm just a fanboy. I'm a fanboy.
Okay.
She's beautiful as well.
Okay.
Not that it matters, but she is.
Okay.
She's hot.
I'll look her up.
Yeah. What are you watching?
Well, so I'm still watching The Boys because we're like
Sure.
so deep in the rewatch, but I have like an alt media that I've been watching, which is Brooke Schofield's 14-part series on TikTok about dating this guy Clinton Kane. Do you know anything about this?
I think I do. Is this like was this a viral thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah, about how he like cheated on her, or he like tell me.
Okay, so I usually don't pay attention to straight people, but this was very intriguing. So Clinton Kane, I've never heard of him before this, is a singer, I guess. Says he's from Australia. He's really from a different country. I'm not sure. It's like, I don't want to say Brunei. He's from Brunei. And he says he's from Perth. He has this Australian accent. Sometimes he has it, sometimes he doesn't. And he has these songs that everyone's like, they're so beautiful. I listen to them. Truly horrible.
Right.
Anyway, but dates this knockout girl who's like on the Tana Mojo podcast. Like she's like a stunning young woman.
Okay.
And he bags her somehow because he's like sweet. He says that his mom, dad, brother died in the same year. Not true. Mom is alive. Brother is alive. Dad is dead. Sorry. But like lied about that. Is not from does not have an Australian accent, fakes it.
What?
Was cheating on her the whole time, but also was just incredibly like emotionally and like just manipulated her, like kind of what seems like manufactured, gave her COVID so that they'd have to quarantine in a hotel together, and basically like she would try to leave, he wouldn't let her, whatever. If you look at this man, you'd be like, what the fuck? But like, of course, like I've been in abusive relationships and like, and it's, you also look at the person, you're like, wait, them? Anyway. And so I have been really consumed with that. And because I watched her 14-part series, I now just get it on my feed, and I'm getting like everybody's experiences with this guy and like all of this stuff. And it's very interesting.
And it's from her perspective.
It's from her.
Story.
She's telling her story,
like
but it was ripped from her because this guy, Zach Sang, who has a podcast, he's like a journalist, aired an episode with the details before she was ready to. And it's that really sucks for her, and she's upset about it.
Okay.
So, but everything it's all her perspective.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that out. Please.
I'm usually like, I don't care about what the straight people are doing, but I'm like, this is delicious.
Right.
And I also feel for her. A lot of the stuff in her story reminded me of a similar situation that I had in an abusive relationship with a person of influence. And so I was like, wow, there's so many parallels about how these people are able to like take advantage of you.
Get into your psyche. 100%.
Yeah.
I've had this experience too. Honestly, we should get into it on another episode.
I'd be
For
happy
sure.
to.
Wow. Okay. And where do I watch this? YouTube?
TikTok. I'm sure someone has
TikTok.
compiled it on YouTube, but like
Okay.
if you go to her TikTok,
I can
there's
watch it.
you'll see it because it's the same frame 14 times in a row.
Great.
And she says like part 1, part 2, whatever.
Okay.
But like
exciting.
it's an interesting story, and it's an interesting story on like influential people, like all these friends that she had that kind of took advantage of her and weren't there to protect her and stuff, and I feel for her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. I'll
That's
watch
the
it.
media
Exciting.
that I'm consuming.
Yeah.
Nothing gay, I guess.
Yeah, nothing. I realized every time we talk about this, I'm like, why am I watching more gay stuff? But I think the actual question is, why isn't more gay stuff getting made?
Yeah. Well, I've also like seen everything gay that exists.
Yeah, fair. I still haven't watched Bridgerton, which I'm gonna.
You gotta watch.
I've got to
Bridgerton.
watch it, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we'll watch.
You gotta watch Bridgerton and Such Brave Girls.
Such Brave Girls.
Mhm.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I have such a long list of stuff. It's like, when do we do it? You know, I feel like I have to stay up all night.
Such
to
Brave
get
Girls
this done.
is also British.
Okay.
Which is why I'm
Then
ranking
it's
it.
just been bumped to the top of my list.
Yeah, friend of the brand, Kat Sadler.
Oh,
Fantastic.
exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Great.
Really
Okay, awesome. That's what we're watching. Welcome to tea time. Let's talk about transition stuff. Where you at?
Where I'm at, I had my 15th shot this morning.
Woo.
Yep. I've got hair all over my belly and my ass cheeks.
How you feeling about that?
I love it on the belly. It feels so cool and amazing.
Awesome.
It's so funny that I used to like shave off my like happy trail, and now I'm like it's just like all over my belly. I'm starting to get a little bit of hair coming in like around my scars and around my nipples, which is really cool. I'm like, my brother and my dad are both so hairy that like I'm gonna be a hairy dude. Like it's already even before tea, like my legs are just insane and my arms, whatever. But that I'm shaving every day now on my face. I don't know what
That is
stupid
so
in me.
cool.
I was like, I'll shave once a week. I have to shave every day. And
What
like
happens if you
later in
don't
the day,
shave, though?
it's just because it's still patchy because it's
got it.
new. So it's not cute to me, not cute because it's just like little things here and there. I think my pheromones have changed. I'm sitting at my desk and I'm like, I smell. And then I have the people around me sniff me and they're like, you don't smell, but like I
So it's
smell
just
it
different.
internally. My voice is getting deeper. And what else is new? Like that's kind of been like the general what's been going on.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love the hair stuff.
Yeah.
I love the hair stuff. I have not. I think about, I'm taking such a small amount that I think week to week, I've felt quite like hormonal in air quotes this week, but I don't know if that's like my period or what. Like I still get my period, so it could absolutely be that.
Oh yeah, I just finished my period.
Okay, cool. It could be that. Were you feeling the same? Is that what you said?
Well, just like I don't know what I thought it'd be gone, but
Yeah,
and I think that's just not based on any kind of
You were just
science or
hoping.
knowledge. It was just like hoping.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah.
So I don't have major changes. I am getting a little tiny bit of hair on my chest. And I think the biggest change for me is like the strength I feel in the gym. Not even the strength I feel in the gym, but the recovery after. Usually I would do a big weight session and it would take me like 4 or 5 days to be able to move around like a normal human, or my normal self. Whereas now, it takes me 24 hours. I'm like right back. I'm like ready to go. And that's the coolest thing about it.
Yeah.
That I've noticed this week too.
No soreness.
Barely any soreness.
Yeah.
So cool. I feel like a Superman.
Yeah.
You know?
That is really cool.
A Superman.
You feel like a superhero.
Right. Or I feel
Superman.
like Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both.
Okay.
So that's my tea.
If you were a superhero, what would your superhero name be?
Oh my God. Is there those things where it's like you take your dog's name and then your like second girlfriend's cat's name,
like
and
to get your Wu-Tang name.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I just if you have one in mind.
The only thing that's popping into my head, because I want to get this tattooed on myself, is King Kylo.
Yeah, King Kylo.
King Kylo.
Yeah. KK.
KK. Oh, just two.
Just the two.
Terrifying. How about yours? What would yours be?
Fagocine. No, I don't.
You can't rip that from the Pope.
No, I can't.
That's his.
I don't know. I asked you this, and I don't. Oh, Big Mott, maybe your
Big
nickname
Mott.
for me, maybe.
Oh my God,
Big Mott.
everyone! Just so you know that I nicknamed Motti Big Mott, and it's catching on. I can feel it. So everyone, hit them up.
Yeah, and then it'll be BM, like bowel movement.
Exactly.
Well,
Perfect.
great. I can't
Great.
wait. I can't wait to just see what new changes, because it's so week by week. So I'm excited to see
so cool.
what we've got going on.
Yeah, me too.
My dick's getting bigger.
No way.
Yeah.
Mine is not. I'm so excited for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
How's it feel?
Good. Sometimes it's like, what's going on down there?
Right.
But like it feels. I thought I'd be a lot more freaked out about it, and like whatever. But I'm like, okay, cool.
That's so cool. Let's check back in on that next week.
Yeah.
Dope.
Slay.
That was tea time. Thank you. Do we need to close out the pod somehow?
Say again?
Do we need to close out the episode somehow?
Yeah. We didn't do any advice or anything, but I think that's totally fine. Oh, we have the email now. goodboys@forthem.com.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So advice questions.
Yeah.
Advice questions for next week.
Yeah.
Email in to goodboys@forthem.com.
We're on Gmail, baby.
We're on Gmail. Email us anything, any questions, any tea time questions, any advice at all. You want two trans guys and a guest potentially to answer? We're here for you. Send them in.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much, Kylo. Good boy, Kylo.
Good boy, Motti.